actually one of the sponsors of Social Change, and Barry is the philanthropist that is one of the supporters.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more?
Questions.
Yeah, no, actually, can you just, we can start with you, Jen. Will you tell me a little bit about yourself and about Focus for Health? And then Barry, I'd love to hear from you as well.
So I've only been with Focus for Health about 2 years. I'm the executive director. We're very focused on health equity as well as diversity, inclusion, making sure that we think healthcare is a larger issue than just access to healthcare. We believe that it's the culmination of all the social factors that lead to our health and wellness in general. But I want to defer to Barry because he's the one who was the founder of the organization and can explain the way that we evolved better than I.
All right, Barry, let's hear it from you.
In my old life, I was a successful businessman. And after I sold my company, I wanted to do things for help other people. And I was always bothered by the inequities in this country. I learned more about structural racism and the impact it had on people. And I tried to help people in need both here and in sub-Saharan Africa. So I founded the Siegel Family Foundation, and we fund over 200 different grantees in Africa. And we have a large staff there that works on the ground with the people. And then we founded Focus for Health, but now our main focus is the inequality and the sex abuse, especially the child sex abuse by institutions that allow it to go on. I felt, I don't know how it evolved. When I was a young kid, I was a sports fan. I was a Willie Mays fan and other Black leaders in our business. We had unusual situations. We distributed roofing materials, and we had drivers, and we delivered roofing products to the jobs. And I had some African American people that were just super, and because we gave them a chance, they did more. And then I would see that the quality of life isn't fair. Charles Barkley says if you're born in the ghetto, it's tough to get out. So the people that get out do super, but the people that grow up with their, their friends doing drugs and watching murders and everything, it's tough for them. And I feel somehow you have to change that. I don't think it's a complete answer, but I'm very strong that the Electoral College is obsolete. The Black communities tend to vote together. So what's happening now, the wealthy donors get what they want and pass laws where they save money on taxes and they win all the time. And no one's fighting properly for the lower classes. I think you just, it's a tough change and it's a tough battle, but I think it's very important to change that. I'll throw
absolutely
that
please.
For years before what's happening now, the presidency can be 5 or 6 years, but it's one and done. You can't be campaigning while you're president, and that's before what's happened with Trump. I felt that way.
Yeah, it's quite healing for me to hear you say that, to hear someone just say like wealthy donors have a lot of control and there's not much for anyone who's not in that category. And I'm really appreciative of your work and your organization in doing that. It certainly means a lot to me. how can people, if they want to get in touch with you and maybe be a part of your work, is there any type of website or person that they contact for that?
So what we would like to do is if people want to see what we're about, check out our website. It's focusforhealth.org. We are on Facebook as well as Instagram, Twitter. We write articles that really try to express our belief. Everybody knows now with social media, we kind of only preach to our own people and we preach ideas that everyone always believes in. But we have some ability to get stuff out to markets that maybe aren't as aware of some of the issues that we're talking about. We don't make any illusions that we're changing people's mind, but we're introducing ideas to people. Even the concept of the Electoral College, the more you delve into it in terms of the racist origins and the fact in the 5 states with the highest percentage of people of color, they historically go Republican. So you have those entire states where Black people's votes don't count. And then, and then people are like, wow, why is there such voter apathy? Well, of course there's voter apathy. You know that your opinions are not valued in this society. And it's the same with healthcare. We talk so much about access to healthcare being the issue, where women of color are having terrible health outcomes from maternal mortality as well as infant mortality, regardless of their insurance status, their educational status, their academic. So it's, we're talking about issues where the issue is so much greater. So we're trying to get those message out there to people. So we recommend that you look at our website, read some of our articles, but more importantly, if you're in a position to give your time or your money, look at some of the organizations we support. We have people all over the country that we support. If you have an organization that is something that's really in your area of focus, we do a lot with criminal justice reform. We do a lot with improving birth outcomes. We have projects that we do about food sovereignty. So if people want to get into those things, support our grantees. That's what we ask. We're doing just fine. As Barry explained, we're flush. So some of our organizations, though, could certainly use help or time, volunteers, or support. So we do ask that you check that out on our Proud to Support page.
And was that focusedforhealth.org, right? Not .com?
Yep.
.org? Mm-hmm. Okay, I just wanted to put that out there.
And we also have a new URL, canceltheelectoralcollege.org. So if you want to check that out, we couldn't believe we got that. So.
That is my next tattoo, actually. I'm so grateful for your work. I'm definitely going to check out your website. And I feel like I could learn so much, and I definitely want to push that forward and share that, because as you said, I think a direct democracy could serve us well. I just want to thank you both so much for your time, for your work, your effort, and for being here today. And thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Rebecca.
My pleasure. Absolutely. Have a wonderful night.
Thanks. You too. Good night. Bye.